Hi everybody, well today I'm making something that Grandma Elizabeth used to make. As you can see, Grandma Elizabeth always dressed me up in a pretty apron, so I'm sort of following what she did when I used to go over there and help her bake for Thanksgiving. Today we're making her famous butter cookies. Now keep in mind, I have not made this for many, many years, and I finally dug up the recipe. So I'm adding in a half a stick of unsalted butter, a half a cup of sugar, granulated. Make sure it's granulated. We're going to cream this together for about a minute. Add in the egg yolks. I'm going to make sure we get everything out. This is egg yolk cookies. You don't put egg whites into this. I'm going to use the egg whites for something else. I'm going to actually put walnuts and sugar, mix walnuts and granulated sugar together, which we're going to top on the cookies like Grandma Elizabeth always makes. We're adding the 3 egg yolks. Alright, now the next thing I want to add in is going to be my vanilla. Grandma was something else. When it came to baking for Thanksgiving, she prepared, and she really worked very hard on it. I give her a lot of credit, I really do. A teaspoon of vanilla. Put this away, we don't want to lose anything. Not right now what's going on with this virus again. Is anything left in here? No, nothing much left in here. We'll get everything out as much as we can. Now we're going to start in the flour. We're going to most likely, let me just wash the spoon off real fast, because I want to make sure we get everything clean on this. Okay. Whoever had a thing, she made sure everything was clean before we go to the next step. Alright, I'm now adding in 2 cups of flour, plus 2 tablespoons. It's going to become very thick. I can almost guarantee this is how this works. I'm going to start mixing the flour together. You can see it's going to become very floury until I roll it up into a ball. Yeah, I remember those good old days where I literally helped her bake. I even helped her roll out strudel dough. She was an amazing, amazing woman. I tell you how her baking, I tell you, she could open up a bakery. Okay, we don't need to really mix anyway, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the flour and roll it right into a ball. I'm just going to grab my tablespoon, 2 more tablespoons of flour. But I do remember how she baked. It was incredible. Just incredible how she did it. And I found this recipe, and I was absolutely thrilled that I found it, because I really wanted to find this recipe for a long time. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to mix. And what I want to do is I want to form this into a ball, and I want to chill it. So I'm going to use my hands now, folks. It's going to take a few minutes for me to really get this rolled up into a ball. It's a lot of arm movement, folks. But when you taste this, folks, oh, it's fantastic. I can already smell the recipe. It smells delicious. I remember it. Okay, this is what the dough looks like that I remember what Grandma used to make. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that this dough is chilled enough where I can roll it, because I can't roll it if it's not chilled, or it's just going to fall apart. So what I want to do now is put it in the refrigerator, chill for about a half an hour, then I'm going to show you what the next step is. This is definitely what Grandma used to make. Now what I want to do, the first thing I want to do is grab my sugar and take 2 tablespoons of sugar and put it into my walnuts. This is going to go on top of the cookies. It took me a long time to find this recipe, folks. It just didn't happen overnight. Alright, let's get this mixed together. Use your hand, whatever you want to use, mix this completely together. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is grab my rolling pin and start rolling out the dough. Now you got to realize it's very, very delicate, and it will fall apart. You got to be very gently with it. You got to add a lot of flour on the rolling pin because it sticks. There we go. Okay, you don't want it too thick either, so we're going to keep rolling it and keep rolling it. Yeah, I remember those days when she made these butter cookies, folks. You have no idea, oh, how good these cookies were. I I literally spent the whole weekend over there. Here we go, let's move it around a little bit more. Okay, this definitely should be thin enough. Any thinner than that, we'll have a problem. Okay, I have a glass here. Okay, what I want to do now is, I'm going to use a small little glass and get the cookies ready to go out. Here we go. Oops. Okay, I got it. Now, what I want to do now is dip it into the egg whites. We're going to put it on, we're going to drown it with nuts. All right, here we go. Perfect. Okay. The next thing I want to do, folks, the cookie I dropped, we had to toss out, by the way. I want to add in, I don't want to add any more flour, I need sugar. I want to put a little bit of sugar on top of them, just to make sure, because Grandma used to do that, just a little bit of sugar, just a dash. One of them we forgot to put nuts on. That would not have been too good. Grandma will be turning in her grave. Okay, we're going to pop this in the oven, and we're going to bake it not more than 8 to 9 minutes. We want to make sure they come out nice and, we don't want them burnt, but we've got to be very careful because they're very delicate. And here we have delicious Grandma Elizabeth's famous butter cookies, always served on Thanksgiving. Always add a little bit of sugar once they're done. It'll really give that delicious, sweet taste. Oh, I used to go over there on Thanksgiving, always help to make these beautiful butter cookies. And here we are, our delicious, wonderful, homemade Grandma Elizabeth butter cookies from Deborah's Home Country Kitchen. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.